Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Come to think of it, have you always pursued your current vocation in your service to the Arisen? Will someone not explain what is happening?
We need answers. Who would seek to end this world, and for what purpose? Consider me
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of Vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought ere greater heights. Till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one eye despy. Do understand. Alas, indeed. I was dubbed, yes. How else to explain Fulton and
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people this place may chance to escape the...
Making this a place of refuge is a splendid idea. 'Tis safe, and apt to become quite cheerful once a crowd settles in.
That's just what I was thinking.
You find it strange, but this is your world. Alas, yet that world you stand at. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction, time and time again. You alone, what you see before you, is the consequence of your apathy. Behold. Will all come to an end. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap all that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Explore the remnants of this world while you can. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth, and know the wretchedness of the world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? I can guide you there if you wish. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen. Coming, Master.
No longer I am, despite my past, the being as to the yet I describe. Do you understand? Alas, indeed. I was dubbed, yes. How else to... Fulton Hand.
I see you have the Mad Sovereign has called. If you would say, for this place may chance...
Making this place a refuge is a splendid idea. 'Tis safe and apt to become quite cheerful once a crowd settles in. That took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Sir. How might I be of... Welcome, as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer always a pleasure.
Few are privy to the goings-on in the Forbidden Magic Research Lab. Even among the Batali. You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to... carry more? Oh, there's something written here.
This is a piece of place.
This gloom has an eerie cast.
Ah, Arisen. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught... Ah, yes. After you that was perhaps a host of Luz the Oracle. As she tells it, 'tis surely only a matter of time. I found the pork recognizing you. I thought it Alas, mayhap you will succeed where I could not. Indeed, in your absence, tell me, Arisen. So follow it, could that have been... Yet why would such a... And speculator... Now, if you can find...
Oh, Master. How long I've slept.
But worry not. Lost your way, have you?
Could you come over here?
So you're here. Now that I think of it, I do seem to recall Lord Faye's, but it matters not. We seek to devise some means of forestalling. If you've an interest in helping us fight this battle, perhaps 'tis all the same. Either.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind,
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
We scholars.
Oh, nice place, this.
We scholars
I don't know how
must
it's
gird
lead.
ourselves with knowledge.
I'm tired.
This looks as good a place as any.
Ah, I remember you. What? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, Father, I dare... If we must, but I think we're a bit short of... In fact, a blacksmith and the smith, Gustava. Well, if you'd have naught to do with us, I can only hope, and while you're taking care of that...
I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
'Tis as you say.
I felt certain I would find you here.
Yon statue.
It moves! Though what impelled it, I cannot say. Go forth, Talos! May you strike down any dragon in your path!
What force impels it? I must know. I sense no hostility from it. Let us see what it aims to achieve ere we act against it. I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Did you do?
It appears we found a ballista.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. Halted the cloud's advance. But now the statue is broken. A shame, really. He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? I know the way. Follow me.
Well... Now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way. What fell magics have brought these decrepit bones to life?
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
We will urge the people to flee to the seafloor shrine. We may only be buying time, but 'tis better than doing nothing at all.
Still, 'tis easier said than done. The people may not believe us, even should we make our case.
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I'm touched by your...
Now, besides, after all the...
Oh, very well, my love. Would you be so kind as to...
Let us see our charges to the encampment, but be mindful.
No need to worry.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Where?
And I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
What is it? Ought we not...
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
A trying time for me.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, he thinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
That's just what I was thinking.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Fancy a look at my... You can't go in yet, sir. Greeting. Its healing waters draw always a pleasure.
Farming might look like simple work, but isn't.
Spend all day here. This place is very chilly. Peril can result from a moment's incaution. The hours seem to fly when I'm here. If I grin and bear it, I'll walk
Fancy a look at my wares?
I feel as good as new. Let the adventure continue. I'll be ready to tackle whatever comes.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine, I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word, I'll get them to safety.
He seems to have acquiesced. Sir Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure.
I knew it to be so.
That business with Talos was certainly a surprise. Never did I imagine that it would come to our aid.
Talking with you always brings a smile to my face. I've weapons, truth be told. I'm of half... a mind to pack up and leave. Much obliged.
At my desk again. I'd hasten home, were this not... I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamont's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending...
That's just what I was thinking.
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid?
You're no soldier, are you? I expect your journey was I'd not recommend camping. You'll await neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your... head at least. Always a pleasure. You're no soul. I'd not recommend camping. You'll await neath a blanket of ash. I can give much obliged. You're no soul. I'd not recommend camping. You'll await neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof. Always a pleasure.
Right. Just follow me.
Need not linger.
This has gone from bad to worse. We've stumbled upon a golem.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety. Though I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
I'll harvest what I can, should it?
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
There are more who can yet be saved.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this Godsway. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
Not a bad idea.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Why? Peru...
Who's at your letter? Come again?
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the God's way? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's ways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Huzzah! You've done it! A locked door makes one itch to see the other side.
Let us return once we've the key in hand.
I fear for the Arbor. Yet would seem there is far more at stake.
Ooh! I can't wait to fight.
Elelot osto silfa malantha alekan. Omine in fair avehum. Angudu telpe.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. "'Tis dark as pitch, master. Pray, light your lantern afore I..."
What a feat! The creature is vanquished! And it appears the Red Cloud's advance has been stalled as well.
I fear for the arbor.
Elelote osto silfa malantha alekan omine infer. Avehum? Sinde fir arenka. Elelote anf. Ne findil na tielvane ail. Elelote anfi. Angudu telpe. Elelote anfir. Eruma nun verusa laikasa.
Moles palanemi.
The sky
I
glows
fear for the
red
arbor.
with fury. Ronde minita.
I a lot random.
Keminindo?
Isolod Banu, Nandawin Le Karen.
Kanyayan we ehetel.
Fa al Karwasi Mondi.
Kemen Humna.
Monelintar?
I fear for the Arbor.
My friend, how glad I am to see you yet live. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here, yet this place is all we know. All we have. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
I knew it to be so.
Findelnar, ne veo norwende lis kemen, moriven lis erumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arda her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar. Nun...
Mornambwe roth enfane ava silmines fana. Nevea tara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenca liasur? Li arranca su morivin. Lia morivin onduiroth mine falis ne kenalien martir. Palan venis in heranon eluisoronne eruor.
Nullis amanda kill angadur femor.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamenran en firiav las estir. Eame via angamar en adaia. Moretele erando morivun telume.
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oyo sur, airando vanitol melantar, minas vana teralia.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa? Et aler, lea fermor eldalia eralote. Sorne an fameltol. Vanalin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
'Tis easily done.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever delighted to meet you. Especially.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of...
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. Should your pack grow over full,
I've a modest talent for spotting materials.
A grand adventure awaits us. Just... You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind.
I pray my efforts aid your cause. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray.
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the Arisen.
That really be true?
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here... What did you have in mind, Arisen?
peculiar sensation filled me during my time with Lord Phaesus. Although I was wholly unconscious, I could still feel you arisen. Like a heartbeat, warm and constant.
Extraordinary, is it not? We need only hop on, and we'll be transported somewhere new.
A fine thing, this. It is almost as though it were placed here for our benefit.
Interested in my wares? Hoy! Looking to no need to overthink it. You can... change it on a whim. Pleasure doing business.
I cannot wait to see your nimble blade work, Master.
Where you don't flit about so much, you trip over your own feet.
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere...
What business have you here?
Haven't you had enough yet?
As for me, my...
I'll not take that from you! You've pushed your luck.
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
Haven't you had enough yet?
I'll not take that.
As for me...
Have a little faith in yourself. Looks like we've both got some time on our hands.
You've got them right where you want.
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
You've pushed your luck too...
What is the meaning of this, Arisen?
You're the one who started this. That's quite enough.
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
If you let him best ye, you'll never live.
Best not be bothering me for...
Show the blackguard you're not to be trifled with.
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
That's quite enough.
Bleeding road.
You got me cornered. You just wait.
Hey,
haven't you had
not
enough
the best
yet?
you can do.
You're the one who started this.
The pair of you.
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
I've got you. Use this chance to recover. Leave it to me, Arisen.
Started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
Hurting yet?
This can't be real. It can't.
Haven't you had enough yet?
Is this a battle we ought to pursue?
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
You dare.
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
It's a pleasure to serve you, Master.
Haven't you had enough yet?
I'll gut you and feed you your entrails.
Haven't you had enough yet?
one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
Haven't you had enough?
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Nara, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
Can someone tell me? Batal's evidence is clear of the love and respect of her subjects.
I've remarked that myself. They revere Her Majesty with all their hearts, and regard her as family.
Is a far cry from Vermund. I cannot count the number of bards I've heard uttered about the Queen Regent.
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Oi! I saw it first. Phuh. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
Well met.
What must needs be done?
Oh, well met.
Do
Do come again.
Shopping is such fun.
We mustn't overspend.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both our children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different.
A resounding...
What business have you here?
Well... Met.
Pray, slow your...
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Well met.
Should have quit while I had the chance.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your method. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if we shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
'Tis easily done.
That's not acting up today.
Suppose I'm tired. Barely
Both mind and body must be pure. May this prayer bring the people salvation. Places such as this.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city.
resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you. Yet, ere we part ways, we would make another request of you. It regards Lord Phaesus. Though we have implored the man to join the evacuation, he has staunchly refused to leave this land behind. We thought that he might be more inclined to heed your words, as our own have fallen on deaf ears. Would you be willing to call on him in our stead? Of course, you are free to decline if our proposal is an unwelcome one.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Bakbatal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon...
Huzzah! You've done it!
This place never fails to close.
Slim pickings of late.
But of course, Arisen, you may depend upon me.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means, lead the way.
Perhaps the Ariseners recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Welcome and well met. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate, we offer excellent service at a fair price. Always a pleasure.
What do you...
think you're doing?
Well met.
Too few of my peers.
I worked hard today.
Oh, apologies, Master. My mind is 1,000 leagues away.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon, or so I had assumed. After what we've yet aught here appears to be different. I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
I can see where we need to go, but some fell power is blocking our way.
Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
My physics are at your disposal.
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
This is a tight spot.
Does my lifelong work hold no meaning any longer? Principles unproven are as dust.
It will be a rude shock for our foes to find you pitch their loot. I'm there tired of this.
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go. Principles unproven, dust on the wind.
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
This is a tight spot.
Enough dallying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Naught can be achieved without sacrifice. unproven is of little practical use.
There are too many of them. Better we...
Yes, Master? You require assistance?
The beast's fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. Few know the real nature of the dragon.
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those who must.
This is a tight spot. Only truly impartial observers can perceive it. Have I really uncovered the truth of the dragon? There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction! It's a pleasure to serve you, Master.
Display of skill. Master. An urn. It doesn't seem a threat, but perhaps we ought to break it, to be doubly sure. Think. That vase was in truth a dragon. 'Twas clever of you to realize its... I say we speak with...
What business? What's this about?
Welcome. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate, we offer excellent service. Do come again.
Looking for aught in particular?
Interested in my wares?
What I wouldn't give for a reprieve from this armor.
This is no good.
Come on, have a look. Hoy! Look, no need to overthink it. You can change it, many thanks.
The Warfarer is a vocation beyond... the ken of us pawns.
Of course, whether 'twill truly make you a master of all trades is dependent on your will alone.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
My TARDIS when I'm backed into a corner.
The soldiers need better training.
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world? Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we and the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
'Tis admirable how Regent Kin Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
'Tis easily done.
Interested in my wares? Couldn't hurt to put my feet.
Perhaps a stroll through town. See what I can find.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Ill behavior will earn you a brigand's courtesy. Seems well here. I do not tolerate idle. Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste the steam.
Know your place.
Lingering for a spell.
This is quite a quandary.
Good to see you, Master. Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Haven't you, Elend? Been arisen?
Back in Burnworth at last. What say we have a mug of ale at our favourite tavern while we're here?
'Tis a city brimming with possibilities. We could scour every cobblestone and still find everything it has to offer. Ogre is fixated utterly on your arisen. Hold its focus as long as you can. I'll handle the rest.
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
my own. I fear I may bring you harm.
Fear not, you're safe with me.
Come to think of it...
We've naught to gain by fighting here. Best we push on.
Guard all you want. Won't make any difference when I'm grappled.
You've got the enemy right where I need them. Don't let up!
Well, it's clear the two of you know what you're doing. You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
You've given me much to think about. Took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our door shall remain open, and you know where to find. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one. Look, as long as
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
There is naught more you can achieve here, Arisen. The time for...
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our doors shall remain open, and our bed much obliged. Well met, sir.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Now, where was I headed?
I can't solve all your problems.
All that remains is for you to fulfill your final duty, to witness this world's end with your own eyes.
You looking for a fight?
Your entrails.
What to make of this?
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain here and share in her fate. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Wonder if anyone has noticed.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. Not what to make of this.
What's to be done about
Old days for us are a sign of
I'd sooner stay out.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety. Fie! What are you doing? Put that away. No! Spare me! I pray you! I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
Minister Allard has fled, and good riddance. I doubt there ever was a more cravenly character in all Vermund.
I knew it to be so.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
I could forget all my troubles.
My head will roll if force goes on.
Even the best of us has its limits, I suppose. Sometimes I wonder. respite from all that hustle and bustle.
Oh, I've got to keep moving.
Winches on all sides.
I can see myself.
I'd fain aid you, howe'er I may. I've a favor to ask. Might I depend upon you? Thank you.
But not at the expense of my duty.
That such peace reigned as head
Perfect meditation.
I only pray my watch finishes without it.
This is quite a quandary.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Master!
was uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. You find it strange, but this is you, alas. Yet that world you stand at, innumerable were you alone. What you see, behold. Twill all come to an end. As it has failed in the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise, perhaps, and know, how shall you fare?
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? I know the way. Follow me. What foul magics have brought these decrepit bones to life? Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No longer I, despite us, the being as to the yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the watching one's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despise. Do you understand? Alas, indeed. I was dubbed. Yes. How else to? Fulton Hand.
I see you have returned. The Mad Sovereign. If you would save, for this place may chance.
Making this place a refuge is a splendid idea. 'Tis safe and apt to become quite cheerful once a crowd settles in. This way, if you please.
The mad it could prove less. The coming destruction.
The Arisen comes. Is this meeting also by the dragon's design? Then I bid ye farewell.
We too, as we walked, are one in despair and one for fear. Yet, hold fast to your strength.
you've arrived well enough. Where to next? I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false, if the people will...
'Tis admirable how Regent Kinsven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
Interested in my wares?
Take it easy today.
Working this field's all I know. I'm not stuck. Bit bland. Welcome. What can I throw in? You think they'd learn?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be... glad to assist you. Do come again.
Oh no! Misgivings.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? If I might be so bold as to speak my mind? Different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies. Master! Again. The entire kingdom will soon be dying.